I play with fire. I zone out on working with metal. It spoke to me. I'm an artist. I'm not a jeweler, and there is a difference. I have friends that are jewelers that are brilliant. Some of the stuff they do I could never do. I don't have the patience nor the temperament for it, because materials talk to me. I grew up in Detroit around Central High School. My mom was a huge art fan. And so it was also, when I think back about it now, like nothing in our house ever went unused. We were always creating stuff. And so I guess I had a natural aptitude for it. I've had a very interesting life, but I wasn't doing my craft all the time. I'd come back to it, I'd do it. And then this particular facility, Birmingham-Bloomfield Art Center, I was in my 30s when I discovered this place. And so this place started getting me back into it. I have an affinity for certain types of jewelry. Most of the stuff that inspires me comes out of the ancient Middle East. That's kind of why I call it the ancient craft. Ancient Africa or African nations, Middle Eastern nations. My inspiration tends to be around those regions, those processes. I have an affinity for ancient techniques. I went to Africa last year and spent time with the Maasai. I was really honored to do that and fascinated by their processes because they're so raw. I mean, when you have people making like annealing metal over dung ovens, I mean, which is pretty fascinating to watch. I do a lot of really organic stuff. I'm very fond of happy accidents. You know, a lot of times other people will go for refining something. I'm like, no, that's perfect. Leave it just like that. It works for me. So I don't strive to make art that is real refined. I have a ring that I'm working on now. I had no clue when I started with this ring what I was gonna do. And I ended up with a stone that I had no idea I was gonna get, but it just kind of all evolved. And the final touches are this evening on that piece. I have a client that's Ecuadorian. I did some pieces I did a bangle bracelet for him that was really interesting, and the design ended up being my interpretation of an ancient Ecuadorian palatial aqueduct. And so it was filled with a blue resin. It was done in copper, 18 karat gold, and sterling silver. And so the resin that I used in it is blue. So it looked like it was a pool at the top, and it looked like there was blue running through the veins because I cracked it open. I had another client, a young man she was very close to, was killed in the naval accident off the coast of Japan a few years ago. And she went to his funeral at Arlington. And they gave her one of the shell casings from when they did the 21 gun salute for him. I was in that President's Honor Guard. I was in the unit that did that. So when she sent me the shell casing, and she was like, I need something made out of this. And then I took the shell casing and turned it into part of that bracelet. So it came out pretty remarkable. I was really proud of it. I recently have been doing some bracelets. They're African, they're different parts of Africa, but they're currency jewelry, what they would call wearable currency jewelry. Some people get a little miffed because when they see them, a lot of times they see it as representing slavery. The reality of it with those bracelets, though, was that yes, they sometimes were involved in slave trading, but the people that were using those bracelets and these wearable jewelry, that had little or nothing to do with slave trade. That was a method of people, currency, wearing it because they didn't have pockets and things, and so they would wear these things, and sometimes it would be a display of wealth. People would barter with them. So it would be the equivalent of us wearing dollar bills or $100 bills on our wrists. So I've been doing some of those recently. I've been casting those. The beading that I do, I typically use African trade beads. They're typically ancient, and they have a value and a lot of significance. So the stuff that I create has some historical significance or some meaning to me. So when I create it, it's more than just a beaded bracelet or a beaded necklace.